The nature of music making is collaborative, and a lot of these opportunities to peer observe happen organically. So when we are creating music together, we stop and we assess what's going well, what needs improvement, what can be bolstered, what can be taken a step further. And that's after we establish a culture of respect. It's important that all ensemble members feel that their contributions to the ensemble are valued, but also that there's a sense of accountability, personal accountability to the sound of the ensemble. So where I know I'm valued, I also know that if I don't take my role as seriously as others, then that can be a topic that is brought up in the ensemble. And the way that we express when we want someone to push harder in a way that is kind, in a way that encourages a student rather than makes them feel diminished or frustrated. When it comes to listening and critiquing, that's also an opportunity to change. That's when, I have an idea, this arrangement is going this way, or we're taking the song in this direction, but I think it would be cool if we tried this. After you critique what's happening, that's when that creativity can be applied.
Wonderful. As we are, say, in a school or in our classroom, and we are critiquing or coming up with those parameters, with so many choices to make, what has been some of your experiences with that you would say is becoming a best practice for you?
It really depends on the level of the students. Mm-hmm. Can I trust them to make certain decisions without as much support? You know, when you're dealing with developing skill sets, you as the educator may be facilitating that process a little bit more than if you're dealing with an advanced ensemble. It's still case-by-case basis.
I see. But are there some basics, or better yet, can you talk about one of your experiences that you've had where you've introduced the idea among a group of students to begin their process of arranging, mm-hmm. or perhaps they've taken a piece and it's been arranged, or it's kind of done on and spot, collaboratively, mm-hmm. as you've spoken to. Mm-hmm. What was that experience like, and what was your approach as the teacher and mentor and all of those?
I gave a overarching, very broad objective and just let the students take it where they wanted. And they would check in with me like, I'm not sure about this chord, or I'm not sure about this choice, and then I would redirect them or give them my opinion. But that process really is entirely on them. Mm. In the case, I tend to teach higher level ensembles.
Sure.
So I'll give the framework and then let them kind of operate on their own.
And what would you say, just for the ones that are just beginners, they're just kind of trying some things out? I know we do have the circumstance of, as we've been talking about, everybody having their playlist that can be everything from our favorite children's songs to some of the latest top 10 hits on the Billboard charts. What would you recommend as a starting place for, say, the beginner?
So are you asking tunes, or are you asking approaches to get them to start arranging?
I would say getting them starting on arranging, but then also taking them that further step in terms of the deeper engagement, listening, having good active listening skills, being respectful of their peers.
Yeah. I think it's good to maybe hone in on 3 musical concepts and have them try to apply that to a body of work. So maybe we're talking about turning around, or tags, or vamps. Maybe we're talking about modulations, and maybe we're talking about altering a groove. All right, so you have 3 concrete musical concepts. Can you apply that to a song, a simple song that we've been working on? And then making them reflect on that process and talking about the feelings at each stage. That's important to kind of assess that as well.